The Tyrannosaurus Rex was the largest land predator to ever roam our planet. It is undoubtedly one of the most famous and recognizable representatives of the dinosaur era. Naturally, many of us would love to see this creature in real life. But if tyrannosaurs were still walking the earth today, how might that impact our lives and nature as a whole? It's unlikely that any of the existing predators could compete with the Tyrannosaurus for dominance at the top of the food chain. It appears to be the perfect hunter, a true killing machine. The length of a Tyrannosaurus could reach up to 12 meters, while its height could be around 6 meters. Recent estimates suggest that these giants weighed, on average, about 8 tons. Their bodies were adapted for hunting the largest herbivores. A short neck supported a massive head with a wide mouth and powerful jaws filled with enormous sharp teeth. A strong, long tail provided balance while moving. The hind limbs of the Tyrannosaurus were impressively large and powerful, whereas its forelimbs were nearly atrophied, yet strong enough to hold on to prey. Scientists still debate whether the Tyrannosaurus was an active predator or a scavenger, or if it preferred ambush tactics. Various estimates have been made regarding its potential maximum speed. Most scientists agree that this monster could not achieve high speeds. It's likely that it wouldn't be able to outrun a car, as depicted in Spielberg's film, but a pedestrian wouldn't be able to escape it for long either. Additionally, several experiments have been conducted to assess the bite force of the Tyrannosaurus. For this, researchers created a model of its jaws based on existing fossil remains. Different research teams obtained varying results, but in all cases, the findings indicated that the Tyrannosaurus could crush the largest bones and inflict devastating wounds. Its jaw strength can be compared to that of modern crocodiles or hyenas. The structure of its neck muscles suggests that it could violently shake its captured prey, which may have been part of its hunting strategy. This not only intensified the shock of pain but also exacerbated the injuries inflicted. Supporting the plausibility of this theory is the structure of its teeth. A large number of inward curving teeth were densely packed in the upper jaw, while the lower jaw had fewer but larger teeth. The largest Tyrannosaurus tooth found measures about 30 centimeters in length. Furthermore, the Tyrannosaurus had a keen sense of smell and sight. Scientists estimate it could distinguish objects from distances of up to 6 kilometers, which is better than the vision of a modern hawk and 4 times superior to human eyesight. It could also smell its prey from several kilometers away. Researchers believe this perfect predator was quite intelligent, with some estimates suggesting its intelligence was comparable to that of a chimpanzee. Thus, we can conclude that no modern predator would stand a chance against a Tyrannosaurus. The only exception might be humans, who, with their technology and weaponry, could potentially defeat this dinosaur. Now, let's imagine what the fate of tyrannosaurs might have been if they hadn't gone extinct. Suppose that the Earth hadn't collided with a massive meteorite, and the age of dinosaurs didn't end with the greatest mass extinction of giant reptiles. In this case, tyrannosaurs, along with other reptiles, would have continued to evolve. They could have developed their own civilization, much like what is depicted in the animated film about a friendly dinosaur. In such a scenario, mammals, and humans alongside them, wouldn't have fared well. It's possible that humans might never have appeared on the planet in the form we know today. However, the climate on Earth would still have continued to change, just as it did in real history. Dinosaurs would have had to adapt to these changes. Most likely, they would have become significantly smaller in size. Since birds are descendants of dinosaurs, there's a chance that feathered reptiles would have emerged on the planet as a result. Another possible scenario suggests the parallel existence of mammals and dinosaurs. For example, they might have ended up on different continents, in which case the descendants of tyrannosaurs could have lost the evolutionary race to their relatives, the primates. However, it's more interesting to consider scenarios in which tyrannosaurs remained unchanged and survived to our present day, while the development of human civilization followed its actual path. What if tyrannosaurs suddenly found themselves in our modern world? If numerous monsters roamed the wilderness, they would quickly become the rulers of the animal kingdom. In that case, today's large predators, such as lions, tigers, and polar bears, would likely become extinct. A massive creature like a T-Rex requires an enormous amount of food, so other predators would struggle to find enough resources. Fighting such giants would be beyond their capabilities. Many herbivores might also face extinction. For instance, The large size of elephants makes them nearly invulnerable to predators, but for a Tyrannosaurus, the larger the prey, the less often it needs to hunt. Tyrannosaurs would eagerly begin to prey on livestock, causing serious problems for farmers. Humans would likely start hunting these gigantic predators to protect themselves and their property. Therefore, the best solution for both species would be to house tyrannosaurs in zoos and protected reserves. This would help preserve many animal species, including the T-Rex itself, as such a predator would become a highly sought-after trophy for any hunter. They would resemble legendary knights setting off on quests to hunt dragons. Perhaps these legends aren't as far-fetched as they seem, and just recently, enormous reptiles did roam the earth. People have dreamed of encountering a living dinosaur ever since these ancient creatures were discovered. Over the years, countless books have been written, and a vast number of films have been made about the coexistence of humans and dinosaurs on our planet. In some of these works, dinosaurs display hostility towards humans, while in others, they peacefully coexist. However, artistic representations based on scientific facts about dinosaurs often suggest that they should live separately from humans in their natural habitats. It would be amazing to see a live Tyrannosaurus in a zoo or from a safe vehicle during a tourist safari. Many young children would be absolutely thrilled at the chance to see a real dinosaur. But we all understand that evolution doesn't stand still. If tyrannosaurs had survived the catastrophe at the end of the dinosaur era, they would either have changed significantly over time or gone extinct for other reasons. Their descendants might currently occupy the ecological niches of other large predators, or perhaps humans could have domesticated them. We could either hunt them, ride them, or train them to carry loads. Or maybe smaller descendants of these formidable monsters would guard our homes and fetch items on command, or we might even have them as our pets. But seriously, if a Tyrannosaurus suddenly appeared around us, it would need to be urgently isolated from the rest of nature. It's a balanced system, and disrupting it in such an unexpected way wouldn't be wise. This mechanism is already not in the best condition. The disappearance of many animals can occur without the presence of tyrannosaurs on Earth. Perhaps the situation wouldn't be so critical if intelligent reptiles, rather than humans, were the ones building civilization. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you're interested in the real life of tyrannosaurs, you can learn more about them and other representatives of the dinosaur era in other videos on our channel.